I'm Melissa George with The Mindful Heart. Today's story comes from the Lakota Tribe and is about a sky warrior eagle named Wambelee. One day, long, long ago, young Wambelee circled high in the sky. From far above, he spotted a doe and two fawns grazing in a clearing near a creek. Wambelee dove fast and silently and took the fawn. He began to dress and eat his prey when he suddenly heard a sound from a nearby bush. He looked up with surprise and saw a man shot by an arrow through the knee, lying on the ground. The man was watching Wambelee, but by the state of his injury and his hunger, the man appeared to have been there for 4 days or more. Wambelee released his fawn and hopped back, signaling to the Indian brave, named Opegla, that he was willing to share his catch. The man began to eat, and Wambelee tried to fly away, but he found he had eaten too much, and now he was unable to fly. Opegla stared at him, but did not harm him, as there was now a great respect between the man and the eagle who had saved him. After eating, the man lassoed and tied the helpless Wambelee onto a tether. Wambelee was confused by this action, but he was pretty confident that the man meant him no harm. The next day, Wambelee's mate, Huya, came to find him. When she saw him caught and unable to get away, she scolded him and the man terribly. She tried to scare him away by diving at his head. Finally, though, resigned, she perched in a nearby tree to watch and occasionally coax and scold the pair. Wambelee and the man Opegla sat next to each other, the eagle eating out of the man's hand. Opegla also threw some meat to Huya, which she took and she ate. As the days passed, Opegla grew stronger, but they ran out of meat. They moved closer to the stream and were resting in the dark under a bush when Wambelee heard something with his eagle ears, and soon he saw something with his eagle eyes that the man couldn't see. He signaled to the man by looking and pacing until the deer came into view. They hunted together, the man with his arrows and the eagle with his talons, and at just the right moment, the man shot the doe with an arrow, and Wambelee caught the fawn. Now they had plenty of food. Every day, the eagle woman returned to get meat for herself, and she started taking some back to her eaglets in her nest. One day, the man had healed enough to be able to travel a short distance, and he said to his friend Wambelee, "My friend, you have saved my life. I am strong again, and I shall return to my people. You also must go back to your family. I have 3 children in my lodge, and you must have as many in your nest. As a token of my friendship, I will give you a brave's necklace, like my own." And he took a bear claw from his own necklace and tied it around the neck of the eagle with a leather thong. And to the beautiful, faithful, brave wife, Huya, he gave a necklace of a little figure of a man, and he thanked her for being a good wife to his friend. Then he released Wambelee, who stepped aside, but showed no sign of leaving, for he had a gift to give the man also. He and Huya both gave 2 of their own tail feathers, which Opegla immediately thanked them for, and put in his hair. When the gift was accepted, the eagles took flight. Wambelee returned often to the path of the man as he slowly made his way home, along the creek now known as Wounded Knee. Wambelee and Huya checked on Opegla to make sure that he made it to his village, where he was welcomed as one returned from the dead. Over time, Opegla had seen Huya and Wambelee again and again. They led him to game, and he shared the game with them. In return, they shared more feathers with him, until he had many feathers that showed he was a great hunter. The old and the young men in the village thought that Opegla had killed many eagles, and they strived to do the same. One day, many, many years later, as an old man, Opegla was hunting with his friend when they came across a doe and a fawn. And before they could make a shot, the fawn was caught by a grand old eagle. Opegla's friend Matsoka whispered, "Shoot, shoot, get the eagle." "No, no," Opegla said softly. "These are friends." As they watched, the eagle wife came also to feed and to prepare part of the game for their young. Matsoka asked, "How do you recognize these 2 eagles?" Opegla said, I know them as well as you know one man from another. You cannot doubt me, for you see their necklaces." As the eagles turned, Matsoka saw the bear claw and the carved man necklaces. Matsoka had no words, and Opegla then told him the story I just told you. And at the end of the story, Opegla said, "Now you know the sacred story of this old sky warrior, and you must promise to never again kill any eagle for his feathers." And that's our story for today. Be sure to join us next time for another exciting adventure. I'm Melissa George, and this is The Mindful Heart.